This question comes from Chapter 7.2, and it's testing a claim at a given level of significance. And what you have here is you have mu equal to 40, alpha is 0.05, which is 5%, and the sample statistics, which is x bar, and that's going to be your mean, is 39.2. Your standard deviation is 3.23, and your number of entries is 75. So here's how you're going to solve that. First, you know that since it's equal to 40, mu is equal to 40, this is going to be a two-tailed test. The null hypothesis is going to be mu is equal to 40. That's your claim. And so the alternative hypothesis is going to be mu is not equal to 40, because the h of O is always an equality. It has an equal sign in it, and the h of A always has a not equal sign in it. So what you're going to do now is you're going to look up your z in the table in the back of the book, table 4. And because it's at 5%, which is 95%, because 1 minus 0.05 is 95%. If you look on that table at the very bottom of table 4, if you look at the very bottom of it, you're going to find that a 95% or a 5% is 1.96, and because it's a two-tailed test, your level of significance is going to be negative 1.96 and positive 1.96. So what you're doing here is you're looking at a two-tailed test. So there's the part about the table, and you can look in the back of the book and you'll find that. Then you have a formula that z is equal to the mean minus mu, and that's divided by the standard deviation divided by the square root of n, which is the number of entries. So if you'll look back up at the top, you'll see that x bar is 39.2. 40 is my mu, that's my claim. 3.23 is the standard deviation, and that's divided by the square root of 75, because there's 75 entries, data entries. And when you work this out, you'll get approximately that it's equal to negative 2.145. Now, that's where you're going to decide whether you're testing your claim now. And what you're going to do is you're going to reject the null hypothesis, and here's why. Because if you look at this graph, we're looking at a bell-shaped curve, and this graph shows that z is this yellow region below negative 1.96, and it's this yellow region above 1.96. Well, negative 2.145, which is in your critical areas, in this critical area down on this side, causes anytime your claim is in the rejected region, then you reject that claim. So I reject the null hypothesis, which is 40, because my z is negative 2.145, and it's in the critical value down on this left tail of the graph. So I would say that there is enough evidence at the 5% level of significance to reject the claim.